Nutnfancy reviewing the outstanding FN 5.7 pistol. This is part 4, and I'm going to wrap it up in this segment. And one thing I did not talk about is this relationship and the philosophy of this pistol with its carbine brother, the P90. And carbine as in C-A-R-B-I-N-E. The P90 was designed as an improved solution to troops who have limited space but still need more than a pistol. And if that sounds familiar to you, you're right, because that's the same thing, the same design solution that generated the M1 carbine of World War II. As they wanted a little bit more than a pistol, and they came up with the M1 carbine. So apparently that need is still in existence, whether they be armored crew members, maybe in some type of armored vehicle. But the P90, again, they have one in the back there, I don't have it with me now, but the P90 is a companion piece to this 5.7. Interestingly, they use the same round, of course, the 5.7 by 28. And also interestingly is with that round you get much of the same capabilities in this pistol, the 5.7, as you would with a P90. In other words, the armored defeating capabilities, maybe not quite as substantial. The SS-109 can go through 28 layers of Kevlar when it's shot out of a P90. Now, what is it with a 5.7? I don't know. It's still something, but one thing I failed to mention in my previous segments is the stopping power of the 5.7/28. And again, I'm not the expert on this. I have done some reading and some study on it, and surprisingly, it sounds like the 5.7 is a pretty good stopper, at least anecdotally. Now, has anyone done studies on it? I don't know. If you have experience with this, post a video about it. And I'm not talking about shooting tin cans. I'm talking about making real life shoots with it. If you're a cop or a special operator of some sort, we'd be interested to hear. But it is a very high velocity round, and if it can transfer its energy into the bad guy, it sounds like it's going to do its job. Better actually than I would have thought. Because at first glance, looking at a 40 grain round going at 1700 feet per second, I wouldn't have thought that would have been a outstanding manstopper. Enough said on that, and I really can't speak more about it because I don't have enough experience in that realm to do so. But I will just throw that out, that it sounds like that indications are that it's a better stopper than a lot of people thought it would be. Okay, so we talked about ergonomics, the simplicity, all outstanding. The lack of accessories is a hit against the design. And another hit would be the price. And in terms of a Glock 17, the price is substantially more. Specifically here at Impact, that's what we're looking at. Near $1,000. So that's a lot of money for a pistol. More than a SIG even. But you know what? It's not a showstopper because a lot of people are buying $1,000 Kimber 45s all the time. That happens every day, and so $1,000 for a handgun is not outlandish in 2008. And for the things that we've discussed, categorically, you are getting a lot for your money. In fact, you're getting a specialized pistol that can do things that other pistols cannot. Whether you're talking about the defeat of Kevlar body armor or firepower, that we're holding 20 rounds within the pistol grip itself, or the fact that it's a very flat shooting gun that can shoot flat out to 50, some say even to 100 yards. So that's a specialized piece of weaponry. It's new, it's probably limited in availability, so yeah, it's going to cost you some money. But Impact Guns here is telling me that they couldn't keep them in stock, and just now are they able to even have one on the shelf. So if I would have come here a year ago asking for one of these, good luck. They're just selling them. They've sold pretty darn good. So the price is a lot, but so is a Rolex, so is a Porsche, so are other things that are highly engineered and cool and have a lot of capability. But in terms of a Glock 17, it loses out for price. I mean, a Glock 17 you can get for $500 $1,800 or so. And again, I hate to speak to price because it just varies much, but it's almost less than half of the FN57. Granted, it's either in a 40 or 9mm or 40 caliber, maybe 357, or even in a Glock auto pistol chambering. So the capabilities are different. You really can't compare the 5.7 in terms of capabilities against a normal pistol, I think, because it does have more capabilities. Enough about that. How about the track record? Well, the Glock is extremely proven and has been for a number of years because so many agencies and militaries use it with great effect. It's just a very effective gun. The 5.7 is newer. It does not have that track record that a Glock has. It just can't. And it's more of a function of time than of design. This design, by all indications on this tabletop review and my study, seems to be outstanding. And if it can survive its chambering, and by that I mean if it can become a predominant defensive pistol despite its limited availability of ammunition, then I think it will go on to prove itself quite well. But it has its work cut out for it, because anytime you come out with something proprietary, kind of like Sony's Betamax, you're kind of swinging in the wind all by yourself. And the FN 5.7 and P90 are doing this. Now, that being said, if this gun becomes very popular, and more importantly, if other manufacturers start chambering pistols other than this one in the 5.7 chambering, then the design will start to get that momentum it needs to survive. Can it survive with FN being the only manufacturer who makes these guns in this chambering? I don't think it can. You need more than that. You need maybe, heck, Glock to come out with a chambering in it. SIG, Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Kel-Tec to come out with a carbine in that chambering. That's what this gun needs to survive, is the help of other manufacturers. And to be honest with you, the military and law enforcement market does not make a gun survive, generally speaking. What makes a gun survive are civilians supporting it. And FN, to their great credit, understands this, and they readily market to civilians, and they have no qualms about it at all. And there's a lot of good done every day on the streets of the United States by civilians who are concealed carry permit holders. A lot of good, and I wish we would hear more reports about it in the mainstream media. It's a shame we don't. But I'd much rather have 3 concealed carry permit holders at my side who are armed and are reasonable individuals and they know how to use their weapons than I would to have a cell phone with 911 at the ready, because those guys can save my life. You know, and I'm speaking generically, that a concealed carry permit holder can intervene in a deadly situation and save lives. How's the sights on this thing? Pretty good. They're standard and they're high. And they have the standard 3-dot configuration. A really nice sight picture. It reminds me of a Novak or a Bomar sight picture. Very nice. No issues there at all. Running out of time as usual. I don't want to do a part 5. We've covered most of the things on this gun. And again, this is a preliminary tabletop review with a study to back it up. Weight. So let's review real quick. The weight is excellent, on par with Glock. Durability and reliability, all indications show that it's as good as Glock. Time will tell. Firepower is outstanding. 20 rounds in the regular magazine, 30 with the very affordable extension, which does not stick very far out of the butt. The firepower is superior to most designs out there. Accuracy, by all indications, is outstanding. Ergonomics and simplicity, outstanding. Accessories suck. It's a new design, limited availability. It will take years for it to catch up. By the way, isn't that a good looking flat dark earth frame? Really like that. Price is expensive. Special purpose weapon, it's just going to be expensive. Unproven track record, time will tell again. So my overall feeling on the 5.7 is it's an outstanding design. It will have to overcome its limited availability of its chambering. I wish that as civilians we could get the full power rounds for this and they were also readily available, but I don't think we're too hog-tied by the commercial sporting ammo that FN provides for this. Right now, as of 2008, 5.7 ammo is cheaper than 223. Impact's telling me about 20 bucks for 50 rounds. That's the FN 5.7 review by Nutnfancy. Hope you liked it. This is a very, very cool gun. I would like to get one day. Out.